So, good evening, everyone. So, our topic would be implementing the curriculum. This lesson identifies the different stakeholders who put into action and give life to the curriculum. These stakeholders shape the school curriculum implementation. Based on what you can see on the screen, how would you describe it? I will give you 5 seconds. Alright, time's up. The answer will be elaborated on the next slide. So lend me your ears, ma'ams and sirs. So it is the phase where the teacher action takes place. It is one of the most crucial processes in curriculum development, although many education planners would say a good plan is work half done. The roles of stakeholders in curriculum implementation. So before we dig into the roles of stakeholders, let us first define the term stakeholders and second, the curriculum implementation. So first, stakeholders. It is first defined as individuals or institutions that are interested in the school curriculum. Second, it is defined as it shaped the curriculum implementation. While curriculum implementation it is defined as putting into practice the written curriculum that has been designed in syllabi, course of study, curriculum, curricular guides, and subjects. So I think you have no idea what is stakeholders. So let us discuss the roles of stakeholders to the next slide. So the first stakeholder of the curriculum is the learners. For a particular curriculum design, the learner is placed at the center. The learners are the very reason a curriculum is developed. They are the ones who are directly influenced by it. Learners in all levels make or unmake the curriculum by their active and direct involvement. How each individual learner contributes to the realization of the planned curriculum would depend on their interaction and internalization of the different learning experiences provided. After all, in all curriculum implementation, the concluding question will always be, has the learner learned? So our second stakeholder is the teachers. Teachers as curriculum developers and implementers. So how do teachers part of the stakeholders in implementing the curriculum? So in the teaching and learning process, the other side of the coin is the teacher. Most curricula start to gain life from the time it is conceived and written. Planning and writing the curriculum are the primary. On the other hand, a developed curriculum remains inactive if it is not implemented. At this point, teachers' role shifts from a developer to an implementer, from a designer or technician to a decision maker. Which of the plans should be put into action, and how should it be done are decisions which the teachers should make. Curriculum implementation is now giving life to the written material. To do this, there is the need of another actor, the learners, which is first discussed, or the primary or the center of the curriculum. No curriculum will succeed without the learners. So this will be vice versa, the curriculum and the learners. So some roles of a teacher in a curriculum implementation now shifts from planning to doing. Doing here means or implies guiding, facilitating, and directing activities which will be done by the students. The choice of the activities, the methods to be utilized, the materials to be used are some of the considerations that the teachers should have in curriculum implementation. The teacher's role as an implementer is very crucial. Oftentimes, unsuccessful implementation of the curriculum becomes the root of educational failure. Thus, Some would say that the root of the educational problem is the teacher. Although this statement can be argued, it points out to the inability of the teacher to implement well. So some would say, why does the learner doesn't know about this? So the teacher would take the blame or the responsibility that the student doesn't learn or doesn't know about this subject. So that will be for these teachers as curriculum developers and implementers. So the third stakeholder in curriculum implementation is the managers and administrators. So as you usually see at the school learning facility, only a teacher and a student. However, it would be incomplete without the presence of our other participants in implementing the curriculum. And that would be discussed by our next speaker. So now let us first focus on the managers and administrators. So in a school organization, there is always a curriculum manager or a school administrator. In fact, for school principals, one of their functions is being a curriculum manager. They supervise curriculum implementation, select and recruit new teachers, admit students, procure equipment and materials needed for effective learning. They also plan for the improvement of school facilities and physical plans. So why are school administrators and curriculum managers important to curriculum implementation? The answer would be the school administrators play an important role in shaping the school curriculum because they are the people who are responsible in the formulation of the school's vision, philosophy, mission, and objectives. They provide necessary leadership in evaluating teaching personnel and school program. Keeping records of curriculum and reporting learning outcomes are also the manager's responsibilities. So, to sum up my discussion, stakeholders are individuals or institutions that are interested in the school curriculum. Their interests vary in degree and complexity. They get involved in many different ways in the implementation because the curriculum affects them directly or indirectly. So that would be all. Thank you for listening. This would be Diana Peyralaga, and now let us welcome our next speaker, Ma'am Rosemary Francisco.